Welcome
Welcome to
to
Shade in
Shade
the
in the
City.
City. I am your girl, Treese.
It's Nellz.
And today we're getting into our live recap and review of season 2 of Force, episode 5. What is it? Crown Vic. And of course, I'm waiting for our boy to hopefully slide in here at some point. He's usually very timely. But I will say, shout out to Jeremiah because he was right about a lot of things. Y'all, we want to thank you for joining us, all of our new viewers, and our Shade Squad members. If you have not already, please, as you're coming in, make sure that you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it. Let's get into this intro, and we're gonna jump because y'all know I'm ready to get into it, and I'm a little upset because the people that I feel like should have gone still ain't. They still here. They still here.
Well,
Why?
I mean, one of the people you wanted gone is gone. You can't be
Yeah,
greedy.
but I again, my top person that
You
I've
can't
been
have it all. You can't have it all. Maybe
I
it's coming.
guess.
Maybe.
I,
Hey,
we'll
Blaze
see y'all.
True.
And this, oh, hey, Blade and True.
Every time the music starts, I feel like it's you like doing something like doo doo doo. I'm like, and then the music
It's
kicks in. I'm
not.
like, oh,
But yes, y'all. Yes. Welcome, Blatant
what up,
True.
Jeremiah?
Jeremiah, what's up? What's up? Thank you guys so much for being here. Best episode this yes, absolutely best episode. I
You know
could have
what's so
really
bad? Y'all are horrible because y'all both think it's the best episode all season. I bet you it's because somebody important got offed. Y'all are horrible. Look.
okay, but can I tell you that again? We'll get into it. But y'all, again, the person that I wanted to be gone is still here, and I'm trying to figure out why.
Are we
And
talking
I
about?
was,
We talking about Jamar?
yes, we're talking about
Oh,
Jannard.
he ain't going nowhere. He's a main. I mean, he's a pretty. I
Y'all
mean,
keep saying that, and
he's a
I'm
pretty
just
main
like,
character. He ain't going nowhere.
Walt is a main character. Ain't that much main
Not
character?
really. He's like a main character, but not like Jannard. Jannard is like he's Diamond's brother. Like he's a part of CBI. Like this is about CBI.
I guess. I guess.
Look, Trace, it's levels to this.
I guess. I'm just ready for him to be gone. Yeah, y'all. We open up. As we know, DMAC is really going through it. Because we know that he has Pow Pow, the probation officer. And so Tommy reminds him that basically is why I told. What did he say?
No, Blatant
Jannard
Truth.
ran CBI for 15 years.
See, he's
I
a main
get it.
exactly. He's a main character. Look, yeah,
Blatant said,
Paulie hurt me. That hurt me. Paulie hurt me.
I knew it was a lot. I know it was a lot going on. I wanted Claudia gone, and I'm upset. Paulie is gone. I'm upset as well. Because I felt like Paulie he didn't deserve. But you know what? He went out in real. Y'all maybe mad at me. He went out in very Scarface fashion. I'm just saying.
I give up. I give up.
So
Wait, you said you haven't seen Scarface, right?
no, I've seen Scarface. It was training day that I hadn't seen.
Oh, and you still got Scarface.
Stop it. Anyway, so basically, Tommy's mad at D Matt. He says, "This is why you need to listen. This is not cool." And this is what happens. Now, so Diamond, he gets a phone call or a text. He learns that Diamond took care of the body. And then Tommy runs off to go take care of some stuff, but he tells D Mac to stay his behind in the house until he says otherwise. And of course, we know D Mac's not going to listen because he's a kid, and
Hard headed as hell.
Right, and he feel like he got things to do. What is Jeremiah talking about? Why was Paulie out there in the open with two guns in his hand?
Don't
And
blame him for getting off. Goodness.
it was again, it was given very, I don't. Maybe another stop. Okay, so um, no. So then we see my least favorite, Janor. Okay, he's trying.
Cauliflower.
He's out here trying to get some product, trying to move that work. You know what I'm saying? And he wants, some work from somebody named Yo
Yo
Yo.
yo.
His boys tell him that Yo Yo ain't rocking with him because he been moving funny in these streets, and word on the streets is he's down and out, and ain't nobody really trying to mess with him. So he's like, you know what? He has a plan, but he tells his boys, and Nellz chop in because again, the reason why they're being called boys is I don't remember their names, but he tells the boys, y'all, please stay loyal to me. I got you. I got you, dog.
Malibu's most wanted. That's really what it's given.
They doing Jannard dirty.
Jannard has been moving dirty.
Yeah.
I think he deserves it. I think he deserves it, especially after the scene here. I don't know who Manny was, but apparently Manny is somebody he was supposed to be loyal to, stay down with. And look, Manny was super, super comfortable with Jannard getting in the car. So he out here moving in these streets dirty. So Diamond.
I Yeah, I even that's another reason why he should have been off, but we'll go ahead.
Um that don't give him no excuses, Jeremiah. That don't give him no excuses. So Diamond was at Slick spot. Slick told him that he needs to go check on the I don't
Big
know what his
Sid.
name is. Big Sid. There you go. Big Sid. Look at you coming through in the clutch. Because
I
he is
turned on the
because he is no longer going to be with us pretty soon. Now apparently Diamond really don't mess with him. He said he's gonna have to consider it. Then some dudes ran up in there talking about they were CBI unalivers. Okay. And then they apparently their name is RD World. I don't know what's
Yeah, RDs or something like that.
it's really giving me
Okay, hold on. I hate to interrupt, but I love blatant truth for this
what?
because I definitely thought that this was going to happen. Did y'all think that Jannard was getting ready to give up that sloppy top in the
I
crowd
really
fit?
did.
I was like, I know you lying. I absolutely
I was like, oh my god.
I absolutely thought he was.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Look, it was giving sloppy on my knob, like horn on the cob. Check in with me.
I really did. I was like, oh my god, is it that bad already, Jannard?
Right? He I'm sick. I didn't even think it was that bad, but
I was like, oh,
he said he was sick.
I know that. I know
Jeremiah
that
said the RD gangs there like the fake BDs. Who's the BDs?
only BDs I know is baby daddies. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even know. You got to drop down in the comments, Jeremiah, and tell us what you're talking about. Who the BDs? Maybe it's somebody we don't know about. Like it's somebody in the show and we just not remembering their name right now.
I don't know. Possibly. It was really a lot of these people are really giving me Malibu's most wanted for real. Like seriously. So basically, then Diamond went around flashing his piece like he was actually gonna do something with it, but of course he's not even supposed to be around those. Okay, so he ain't do nothing. All right. Then Maria, she at work. She
soft and charming.
You said what? What is that?
He's softer than charming.
Oh, the gangs in Chicago. So Maria, okay. She's at work. She can't even focus because she got my man all on her mind. Maybe you shouldn't have did nothing, okay? And then you could actually get some work done. Then,
but Tommy, she's on Tommy's mind as well, though.
But he's not at work.
I'm just saying, he's always working.
He wasn't when he was texting her.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying.
She's out. She's supposed to be saving lives, okay? He's taking them. All right. Somebody's job is more important than the others, okay? Thank you. I rest my case. I wish I had my gavel
Oh,
right
okay.
now.
I see.
So yeah, then she
You're
wants
stupid.
to get on her job when she sees a lady come in who's been shot. It was a lady from the restaurant. The lady is trying to tell her to reach out to her father Felipe because she don't think she's gonna make it. Maria promises her that she is, girl, because you the doctor. No, maybe you need to go back to school and get off the phone with my man so you can go so you can go be a doctor, okay? All right, so
Not you coming for the girl's degree. That is
I am.
terrible.
I am. I am. Maybe she won't pay attention during that class either because she out texting Tommy. So then Tommy went by the barbershop and sees cops everywhere. So he flips out on Diamond, like, what's up? I thought you got rid of the body. And Diamond let him know, yeah, the body's taken care of, is gone. But he lets him know what happened at Slick's restaurant and with Artie's crew. Apparently, the head of the crew, King Kilo, was locked up with him, and they was talking about joining forces or whatever. And he said back then in jail it was a fantasy, but now it's something that they should move forward with. So he says he's gonna reach out to Kendra to get that set up, the meetup.
He
Y'all
said
meet.
back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on
I hope King Kilo ain't all on him.
me.
He'll be getting his car.
Oh, you stupid. Um, so then we go by well, as
Oh,
we
my fault,
know,
my
they
fault, my
doing
fault. I
oh.
completely forgot about that part.
Oh, you
But
forgot
then
about D Mac being
yeah, yeah, yeah. I have a space in between it, so I thought it was a whole nother scene. My bad.
yeah, I hear
Then he
you.
notices that D-Mac was outside the barbershop. So he's like, what happened with D-Mac? What you do? Tom was like, I had to lay the law down. I basically told him, lay low. You know what I mean? I put the law down. So he's like, well, why the hell are you outside? What? That's what you call laying the law
Like right
down?
outside, like right out
Right
there.
outside. And talking to the cops. So he takes him to the house. He flips out, tells him to stay his ass in the house. And this time he actually needs to listen. Then Kate and JP walks in. Of course, JP flips out on him. He's like, you can't talk to my son like that. Da 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 da. I thought Tommy was about to come for him as a father, but he didn't. My son, my son, my son. Not really. But Tommy tells him, he gotta what did he say?
If I was Tommy, I definitely would have said something
Oh well. Oh, what I just said? No, that would
because
have been him. That would have been
because
him being petty.
at this
That'd have been
point,
him being petty.
pretty
But I
much
thought he was
saved.
going to.
I've pretty much saved your son's life at this point. D Mac would have already been gone.
Hmm, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
basically, Tommy tells him to stay out of it. And lets him know that he made the biggest mistake of his life. He can't really tell him nothing right now, but when he can, he will. And just tells him to watch him and make sure he stays his ass in the house. So, okay, now I'm done with that whole scene.
Yeah. So then we get to sloppy ass Claudia, right? She done called Vic and lets him know that they got a little dinner plan set up with a Da.
The dinner of death.
Right. It was really giving like I mean it wasn't giving that, but it
The
was
Last
giving
Supper.
well Last Supper, or if you've ever seen Game of Thrones where they do the red wedding, it's a massacre. It's awful.
Oh,
That's probably one of the worst episodes of Game of Thrones ever. Like everybody died.
yeah. After you just said it, I thought about it. I was like, yeah, I do remember.
Yeah. So anyway, they're supposed to meet up at Claudia's afterwards, so she can play his alibi. And she lets him know that, hey, I put Doyle, what's his name, Brendan. He's
It's the
on his
same thing.
way over.
Royal is just his
And
last
then Vic,
name. It's the same thing.
okay, so then Vic gets pulled over by the police, and they're like, "Sir, we need to talk." So they bring him in and interrogate him because obviously, last episode or last review we saw the girl name him and say, "Yeah, it was Vic," and this is it was him. But she won't name Tommy because again, Nellz says she got some sense about herself.
It ain't two Susan.
Right. And Vic basically says, I ain't talking. I want a lawyer. And so Stacy's like, you know what? Let him go. Let him go. Let him do what he do. Because he going to come back. He going to need us before we need him. So let him go because that's our way to Egan. That's our way. And she's so convincing. DeFranco's like, so you just gonna compromise your ethics and everything just to try to be mayor? And she's like, but this is the biggest case of all, like we've seen every DA or, every season of power. This is what they're going for. This is what they do. So, yeah, and she basically plans to let Vic herself. Since I
I
can't
don't know.
say it.
It just when they put cops in shows like this, like they care that much about their job, it just confuses me because you would think if cops care that much about their job, they wouldn't do half the stuff they do.
That part.
I,
Jeremiah, I actually absolutely agree with this point. Diamond is going to try to take out Tommy once he finds out he's still alive. And that's DMAC is still alive, I'm pretty sure is what you mean. And that's going to cause friction between him and Tommy because Tommy told him he would take care of that. So
he didn't say he was
Diamond
gonna
thinks
take him out. Why would he take out
no,
his own nephew?
but I think that Hood, like, you know what I mean? Like that type
Tommy had
of.
no problem telling him when he offed somebody. He was clear about it.
He said but I think when they say I'm gonna take care of it, it's like I said, it's one of those things is what's understood don't need to be explained. I said I'm gonna take care of it. You don't think so? And then too, you got
to think that he offed his nephew, and you didn't even off your brother when he did the dirty stuff that he did. I mean, he could have thought that. I didn't think that, but he could have.
Well, then good old Kate, good old Grandma Kate goes to check up on DMAC, and she feels so bad.
All on the couch.
Right. And he tells her about Genesis and just, he's dangerously in love and how he thinks that, she thinks that she stood him up and he don't want her to feel that way. So Kate gives him some money and says, go to the store, and take as long as you need. And I said, you old enabling ass. But, I guess, again, trying to overcompensate because she was a terrible parent and left her other two kids, for the most part, out to dry. So, she has to do something to make up for it. And that's what she decides to do. And honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, but based off the ending that we saw, and we'll get there, but honestly, I literally thought DMAC wasn't going to make it through this episode. So I'm actually very happy.
You thought Tommy got rid of him?
No, I thought that when Kate let him go out, he was going to
you mean before all that stuff happened.
Right.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Yeah. Diamond said he can't have DMAC running his mouth in these streets. He sees him as a liability. Absolutely. I agree. Shaking my head at Kate. Yeah, it was just awful. It was like, come on, girl. Now you choose to try to be a parent or do something good. That's how she's not a real parent. She just wants to make her kids happy. She has no discernment or judgment. Because clearly, if Tommy and his daddy are saying stay in the house, it's for a reason. But it's good old Kate, good old Grandma Kate.
So I don't know if Jannard was just super high or if he really actually grew some balls, but he literally walked himself by himself.
That was assness to me, but I get what you're saying though. But
no, what he did inside the car but it took balls, some type of superhuman strength that you think you got. Okay, to walk into a whole nother hood by yourself.
That's true.
Hop in a car, rob somebody, and then walk out clean. Nothing happened.
I think he was real high. That's
really what it got to be. But that's basically what happened. He walked into a whole nother hood. I guess he knew these people. They already knew. They like, what are you doing over here? Like, we don't mess with you. He hopped into the car with this chick named Manny, and took her chain that her daddy gave her. She didn't want to give it up. Hit her in the face. Took 2 keys from her, and I don't know how Manny ain't hop out the car and like, yo, get this man before he run off with my stuff. I really look. I wish they would have played the whole thing out because it really don't make no sense to me. But that's what happened.
And you know what's even crazier? If he would have tried to shoot her, everybody clearly would have heard it. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That whole scene to me made absolutely no sense. Everybody is surrounding this car. Somebody literally just walked out the car with her. So yeah, that scene made absolutely no sense to me. But then he takes it back to his boys, talking about, yeah, y'all need to stop listening to gossip. Everybody talking about everybody don't mess with me, but look what I got for you. Then Raheem notices that he's got Manny's chain on. He's like, yo, that's Manny's chain. He's like, nah, I don't know what you're talking about. This is mine. So now Raheem is starting to notice really, really how dirty he's moving in these streets. Why you give me that face? Why you looking at me like that? What?
I really don't like him. That's like
Oh,
that's like you walking around with a chain that says it's trees and then being like, yeah, no, I had this, son. Like it's just I don't know. It's just weird. And I just want somebody to pop a cap in Jannard's. I'm sorry. I'm saying it, okay? But blatant truth, to your point, that is what grandparents do. They allow kids to do what their parents will not. Absolutely. Um, there should be some type of get back for Jannard. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
bet
Can
you there will
somebody
be. There better be. There has to be. I just literally that scene made
look,
no sense to me.
look, I'm not even okay at this point because y'all keep saying he's a main character. They can't get rid of him. Fine. Let's have a happy medium. Can he at least get shot in the
Well, you
buttocks?
know what?
Can
I'm
we at
not. You
least
know what?
hit him like Forrest Gump and have him
I'm not.
sitting up in a hospital bed?
You know what? I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say that they can't get rid of him because we've seen in Ghosts they have gotten rid of the main character. So
Right.
I'm not. So look, stars be on something. Okay. So I'm
Look,
not gonna
look,
sit.
no, Amari Hardwick started asking for more money and better checks, and they said, you got to go.
They say, look, main character, not
Look,
Babu.
they said Tariq ain't up there yet, so we gonna stick with him, and this is what we doing. Let's move along.
But they have no problem getting rid of a main character. So I'm not gonna say he can't go. It would just be. I think it would take a while. I don't think it would be like off of nothing like this. Anyways, so Vic makes it to the meetup after
Oh, I'm sorry, and you might have said it. My apologies. Did you talk about Merkovic texting him? I don't know if you said it. If you
I
did, I missed it.
didn't. No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah.
But
So
yes, he did.
basically, I think that's why he robbed her because Merkovic texted him and
That's
said
not
payment is
why.
due.
That just gave him even more motivation. That's what he walked over there for. That's what he came there for. That just put more fuel under his ass. But yes, on the way
You
there,
know
on
what?
the way,
I'm going to give you that. I saw it differently as I wrote it, but now that you say that and we've broken it down, I absolutely
yeah,
agree.
because
He
it
was
was already he
already,
was already on his
yeah,
way there. He was already on his way there. But it just really confirmed to him that yeah, I gotta go through with this. But yes, you're right. On the way walking to the car, Merkovic text her. I'm sorry, text him saying the payment is due, basically. So then Vic makes it to the meetup with Claudia and Doyle. They introduce him to an assassin named Big Red. Um, he says he's the apocalypse. Okay. And he says he's gonna take the father out tonight. Claudia wants to make sure that Paulie won't be there. Vic reassures her that he won't because Walter fired him. Now apparently dinner is scheduled for 8 to go down. I'm sorry, it's scheduled for 9, and she tells him, just leave a
mhm.
few minutes before 9, and they'll meet up for the alibi. Okay. Now Kendra went and brought King Kilo a phone. Immediately he calls Diamond. Diamond discussed how they wanted to join the coalition, how they wanted to have this coalition together, that they were discussing when they were locked up. He said he's down. He just wants half of his distro while he's in jail. Tommy wasn't here for it. Tommy hung up the damn phone on his ass. He said, "Yep, that's
Really
enough."
did.
I mean, there was no nothing after that.
I know.
And
Real abrupt.
Diamond was like, we can't keep this war going on. He tells him he needs to think about it. So he says that he will. He's just gonna go make some drops, clear his mind, and you know, let him know.
Sorry.
Bless you, man.
Sorry.
And then
Thank
he
you.
lets him know that he needs to get his nephew under control because he can't be out in these streets running his mouth. Tommy said that he'll deal with it. Um, and he says he'll have to. Or no, I'm sorry. He tells Tommy that he'll have to deal with it, or he'll have to. I feel like that just came out so messed up. Or Diamond will have to do it. Tommy,
Basically, if you
yes,
want
basically Tommy
recapping,
lets him know. Yes, Tommy lets him know that he'll take care of it. Maria, she's at work feeling horrible.
blatant truth. I kept it on the screen because I agree with you. I miss Ghost and Mecca as well. I do. Mecca was not same way y'all miss Kane. I look, y'all
No,
know who I'm
Kane
missing.
ain't gone, boo.
I ain't seen Tate in about a month of Sundays, and I'm upset. Okay, besides following him on Instagram,
I
I
was about
ain't
to say,
seen him
you
in a month
seen
of
him, girl.
Sundays.
You seen him. You seen him.
Absolutely,
Look,
I
I saw
seen
my
him.
other boo too. I saw Joey Badass, but he booed up right now. That's my other boo from Raising Canaan.
Okay, so I know who like I heard of him, but
He's a little
I guess
sexy
I
young
didn't make the
man.
connection. But I don't watch Raising Canaan, so that's what happened. That's why I don't know.
Girl. Hit Now
But
he
apparently the ladies love him. What's the girl that's
because
what's
you
the
talking about
girl
Joey
from was
Badass?
it Empire?
Yeah, she's the girl from
Yeah,
they
what's the
date.
girl that Soraya?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a good one, girl. She got a good
But
one.
she left the other little boy from the Shy. I'm sorry, y'all. We jumping shows.
Because because she
She
got a
left the
good
other
one.
little boy,
Let me
Jake.
tell you something. Joey Badass, he is smart, he is emotional, mature, he's sexy. Joey Badass can get it.
Okay,
No,
let
because
me
streets
speak
don't
for
walk.
myself.
No, because streets don't walk. Because
I don't do Raising Canaan. Now Nellz does raise it. Like she watches it, but I don't watch it.
I
I
love me some Raising
I
Canaan.
just never could get it.
She's a
I don't
weirdo.
know.
She's
Maybe I'll
weird.
go back. But yeah, we
No, like blatant truth in real life, she's weird.
okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She's weird. Um, so Maria's
Bye.
at
She
work. She's
loves my
feeling
weird ass. Go
horrible.
ahead.
I do. I love it. I love it. But she's weird. um, so Maria's at work. She's feeling horrible. They couldn't save the girl, that came in who was shot. She's at the sink washing up with Kendall. And she's talking about how life is too short and she feels so bad. He basically tells her, we see this every day. Be an adult and stop wasting our times.
And
It's a
basically grow up. Get over
like
it.
yeah. And we got other patients to see. So she's like, you know what, you're right. We need to stop wasting our time. Do you love me? And he couldn't give her an answer. She was like, it don't matter because I don't love you either. Okay. And then she walked off. So he follows her outside. At one point, he grabs her arm. And brother Miguel is outside. He saw that he jumped out the car. Okay. Then her and Kendall go back and forth, and she basically tells him, like, leave me the hell alone. I want to deal with you, because she got my man on the brain. Okay. Leave it alone. And then, she gets to the car. Miguel is like, the hell was that? Like, do I need to go talk to him? She's like, nope, please don't. I got it. Just please hop back in the car. Just let's go. Okay.
Okay.
I knew he was not gonna let that go.
What?
I knew Miguel was not gonna let that go.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't playing those games.
I didn't know he was gonna do all that, but I know he wasn't gonna let it go.
Oh no, he wasn't playing those games. I knew when Miguel saw it. Like I was actually surprised he didn't do it on site.
I think,
Like right then
well,
and there.
I know why he didn't do it on site because you notice when he went and did what he did, Kendall had no idea who he was, what the reason was, or what it involved. So there's no way it could get back. It could go back to what happened with her with Maria.
Mm. Well, Brendan, of course, my notes say Doyle. Forgive me. Is trying
Yeah.
to screw Claudia as a celebration. And they ended up getting it on her couch. It was,
I see why she really didn't want to do it. It lasts for like a whole 2 seconds.
well, that's because she's very, she's take charge and, like he said, she's very aggressive. So,
Oh, that's why it lasts for 2 seconds.
I don't know. Look, I can't speak for Brandon. I don't know
I'd have been
what.
like, that's a waste. That's a waste of all this goodness. I ain't about to do all that.
Well, Claudia, once she dismounts, she starts talking about her. That's what my notes say.
Not dismounts. She out here riding horses streets.
When she dismounts, and gets herself together, pulls the dress down, make sure her panties still not in a bunch. Actually, she ain't have none on. That's
I was about to say she just out here just raw, just out here free balling.
just
She just
look. That's how you know something ain't right. Ain't no juices sliding. Look, let me just be okay. Anyway, so they start talking about her moves once her daddy is gone. And she's like, basically she out here like Simba. She just can't wait to be king and shit. And then she realized he basically breaks her heart and is like, nah, bitch, this is old school. And what's gonna happen is that it's gonna come over to Vic because they still very patriarchal around here, and they don't women just ain't doing that. But you could be the little side dish, you know what I'm saying, and play the little role. And so she's upset about this because she thought she was gonna be running things, and now basically she plotting to get her own brother out the picture. And I was like, I'm so tired of this disloyal ass. I just really am ready for Tommy to take her ass out. She has loyalty to no one but her damn self. Blatant truth. I'm with you on this one. Sick of Claudia. Done. Jeremiah, I don't know what you're laughing about, if it was the drippage down the leg or the dismount, but either way, we appreciate your laughter. Now, my notes say the older barber. I don't remember the older
I just
barber's
said
name.
everybody out here telling him to go see Big Sid because it wasn't just him. Everybody basically telling him to go see this man.
And he's like, he deserves a goodbye. And I mean, obviously, when we get deeper into the episode, we learn that, there's a connection, but Big Sid actually ends up being the father. Okay. So then he calls Shanti and is like, basically, give the message to Jannard. And then Jannard walks into the gym looking for Shanti. She notices he's high as a kite. And of course he denies it. And she tells him Big Sid is dying and that he needs to go visit. So right now the whole, episode is around who the hell is Big Sid and why is he dying? That's kind of how I felt. I was like, can we please stop talking about this and move on to because again, I guess because I didn't know who it was. So I was like, okay, why do we care? There's so many other people that need to die in this episode. Why do we care about Big Sid? I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
But go ahead. Get into David, aka Diamond.
So Diamond went to go see Big Sid, which is apparently his father. The whole time he was there, he was basically talking mad shit to him about how he ain't nothing but a corner boy. He never will be. He told him that he's just like him. Diamond said the only reason why he came there is to because he heard that he was on his way out and he wanted to make sure it was actually true. To make sure that dreams actually do come true.
It's so terrible. You know how we had that conversation. It always be the older, real nasty ones that be living to like they 90, 100, and they be eating, and they just won't go.
They say the good die young. I say it all the time. Look, this man was so pissed and so sick at the same time. He couldn't get the FU out of his
right. He was like, "Fuck!" It was real bad. It was real bad.
So Doyle let Claudia know that the assassination got pushed up 30 minutes because of fog. So she said she'll let Vic know. She said she'll handle that. But it didn't even look like she sent no text, no call, no nothing, no bird, no nothing. There was no message sent. So Vic gets to dinner and he sees Paulie's there. Apparently he apologized to Walter and they made up. Now he tried to get him out of there, tell him to go get like his favorite scotch or something. And he's like, nah. Walter's like, nah, we got all types of whiskeys here. Don't you worry your little sweet little head, okay? So he calls Claudia and tells her and says, what? What happened?
I feel like Walt kind of knew. Y'all dropping the check.
You know what? Part of me felt like at
Walt
first
knew something was up because he was so dead set on not forgiving Paulie that it really gave me the vibe that I think he thought Vic would call it off if Paulie was there. And you get what I'm saying? I don't know. Y'all probably might.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I thought so too initially when they sat down for dinner. But then when he was like on his way out, I felt like if he knew, he would have said something. Like just like when he was talking about, oh, he knew about Claudia and stuff like that.
Okay,
And
facts.
then he was shocked when Vic told him, like, we both schemed against you. You know what I'm saying? So then I was like, okay, he didn't know. But initially I did too. I thought he did too. So yeah, then he calls.
Tommy is gonna make Vic take out his sister, and then he's gonna find out Vic's a snitch, and then take him out. I wouldn't be mad at that ending. Again, Claudia needs to go. Like I said 10 minutes ago, we over here talking about Big Sid. There was a lot of other people that needed to get off in this episode. Just saying. But you know, we got what? We got 5 more episodes to go, so there's still time. Um, Diamond is going to turn dark in the second half of the season. I see that. I think that's absolutely going to happen. But we're going to get it. Look, you can't be spoiling the whole whatchamacallit recap, Jeremy.
Stars.
I'm just kidding.
Stars.
Stars.
Um, oh yeah. So okay. So he calls Claudia, lets her know. You know, he says that he thinks he might be able to get him out in time. And she's like, "All right, we're still good for 9." So Jannard went up to the hospice, sees his father, and noticed Diamond was there already, and turned around and left. I didn't really understand that part. Tommy gets to the house and he sees what?
No, I said I didn't understand that part either. It didn't make sense to
Oh,
me.
okay. And then it
Yeah.
seemed like it took him a while to come back. So Tommy gets to the house. He sees D-Mac and Kate are not there. Of course, he's flipping the hell out. JP tells him, if there's something going on, I need to know first. I need to be the first to know and not the last. So he let him know that, he off the cop. JP tried to tell him that, it's all his fault, no matter what D-Mac did. Tommy said, he been living this life. He chose this life and he keep on choosing it. And tells him that if he doesn't take care of it, they will all lose everything. So he sent a text to Big Smurf and tells him that he needs him to do something for him. No, we didn't.
I don't
I'm
own
gonna say,
Star.
we know you don't own Starz. Now work for Starz. Okay, you know what? We're gonna stop saying that you work for
You
Starz. Maybe you
look.
know
You
somebody
have
that
to
works for
say
Starz.
that.
Maybe he knows somebody that works
You
for
have
Starz.
to say that. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know you can't say it, right? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right, Jeremiah. Your secret's safe with us.
Yeah, we're
So,
not big.
now, we talked about Big Smurf. So back at the house, what happened?
Hmm?
Oh, you said we're not Vic. You stupid. So back at the house, Walt hears a thump, thump, thump at the door.
But
And he sees
at
that he's
8:30.
being engaged
Look, Big
at
Smurf.
8:30. Right?
Let me check my palm
It's
count.
early. So
8:30.
right. So he goes, looks at the cameras,
I
he
know
sees
that's
he's
right,
been
Jeremiah.
invaded. Look, did you just get off a writer's strike, Jeremiah? I'm just saying. Did you just get off a writer's strike? I'm glad you got your money. Look, you can be your own boss. I'm just saying. So Paulie is like, who sanctioned this? And he tells him that it was Dublin, basically. So Vic asks Paulie if he's gonna follow his dad after all that he's done to him. Paulie's like, hell yeah, I'm a ride. We family. That's what we do. And so he was like, I would do it for you and your daddy. So Paulie starts going out there and he tear him up just left and right. I wasn't even ain't have no vest on, no nothing. He was taking hits and still shooting. I said, you know what? Paulie went out like a real G until he got hit enough times that his ex fell in the pool.
Paulie is a real G.
He is.
I love
R.I.P. Look, R.I.P. Paulie. So then Big Red sees Vic, and then he starts shooting at him because again, his orders are to just take care of anybody that is there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
anybody. Now, they're surrounded by assassins, and Walt seems to be handling his own. I ain't even gonna hold you.
No problem.
Walt was
But
in there.
remember what they said at the meetup? They was like, everybody said that they was gonna be able to take out Walter. He was like, "Well, I'm the apocalypse, boy, boy." He took you out, okay?
You see why Walt is 198 years old and still out here living. So you
Not
know,
198. Oh my
he look
God.
he survived many generations and apocalypses.
You
So
did it.
he gets then he gets hit in the leg by Big Red, but he eventually takes him out. After all the carnage, Walt blames Claudia, and Vic tells him that it's his fault for Gloria and Paulie. And then he's like, oh, you're just as dumb as your sister, basically. That's what's wrong with you. You ain't got no good sense about yourself. You was always a weakling. Like, he just really tears him down. And
And
so
he turned his
basically,
back on him.
Vic has to put a power. That's how you, again, streets, but no smarts. So then turns
That's
back
because
on
he
him,
had no
and then
respect
yeah,
for
pow
him.
pow. That's true. And so yeah, he pops a cap in his daddy, and lets him know that yeah, I've been working with Claudia, and it was me the whole time, and nana boo boo type stuff. And so yeah, that's that's what pretty much happened. And but this crazy part is Vic. So he's all in a, but and I think he also realizes that I think he realized at this point that Claudia set him up.
Who?
Maybe I'm wrong. Vic. I think he
I think
realized at that.
I think he realized it in the car when he was outside the bar when they were supposed to meet up for the they were supposed to be meeting up for
The
alibi.
alibi.
She didn't call. She didn't meet up with him. No, she didn't show up. No, nothing. She didn't call to check how everything went down because she assumed he was already gone. So Miguel caught up with
I
Kendall
need
at
to
his
be
place.
gone by season 3. Agreed, blatant true. Sorry.
All the Flins? Oh, that's right. She don't even care about Vic. She don't even
Yeah,
care about
she's
Vic.
not here for Vic.
Well, now that he about to flip on my boo, he can go too. He can go. But Miguel caught up with Kendall at his place. He broke both of his hands with his own damn award. Okay, and didn't even tell him why. Poor Kendall thought he was getting robbed. They ain't take nothing but his surgery hands. Okay. Poor
Mm.
baby. Poor baby can't make no more money. So Vic is waiting outside of Gloria's old bar, Finn McGee's. He's looking around. He don't see nobody. Claudia's nowhere to be found. She ain't hit him up on the phone. So I think this is when he believes he was part of the setup. Now D-Mac is on his way to see Genesis. He got picked up by Big Smurf. Um, he sent the text to Tommy, let him know that it was done. Tommy told JP it's done, and no matter what he does, he cannot tell Kate. Okay. Now Vic showed up to Claudia's house and told her it's done. And says that it was moved up by a half an hour. Doyle said, "Yeah, I said that. I told Claudia." She's like, immediately, she's like, Vic is like, ain't nobody tell me. So she pops a cap in Doyle with no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Starts crying, talking about he's lying. Doyle never told me. He betrayed us. And Vic is playing along even though he knows better. He know his sister's a lying little Bria Bria. Mm, 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 mm.
Ah,
It's curtains for you, boo. It's curtains.
I mean, she gonna have Tommy and her brother. It's not a good look for Claudia. So can we just go ahead and
And really, she ain't got nobody else to trust. She can't trust nobody. I mean,
well did we talk? Okay, so maybe we didn't get there yet. So yeah, no, Jannard rolls up to pick up some work. And he pulls up on some random. Am I tripping? Are we at the same? This is when he meets the white boy in the car and the sloppy top.
oh, I skipped that whole part.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what, because I was like, I have that part. Okay, so
My
anyway,
bad. My bad, y'all.
so with blatant truth, shout out to blatant truth. She had kind of already brought it up in the beginning. But yeah, no. So Jannard does roll up, looking for some work, and they're like, "Look, we got to re up, so we just out." They were like, "We just sold our last to some random Caucasian man in the alley." And he's like, yo, I got what you need. I got what you want. Can I get another shot? This time I'll make it hot. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, nah, man. But then they end up getting in the car. And as Blatant Truth talks about, we thought something else was going to happen.
I
Some
really did.
we thought some Dave Chappelle, Tyrone stuff was going to happen, but that's not what happened. He just went in there and he actually, for the first time, ends up shooting up via the, vein. So we know he about to be real hooked in 5 seconds. Poor Jannard. It didn't have to be this way, but as they say, don't get high off your own supply. So yeah. Then Miguel pulls up on the, doc.
No, I already said that. So this one is
Oh,
I'll
you
I'll
already
get to
said
it.
that.
I'll hop into it. So back at the hospital, Diamond and his father are having a heart to heart. He let him know that basically, Diamond, really, you was better off without me. Okay. He says that he was always much stronger than his brother, and that's why he was hard on him. That's another reason why he didn't like him, is because he didn't need him, and he told him to look out for Jannard. Then he got a text from Tommy that Tommy was there. Tommy said that he was coming to check up on him. That he didn't even he didn't even tell me what was going on. And Diamond's like, I ain't even really know him like that. Like, don't even worry about it. But he also lets him know that he took care of the DMAX situation. Diamond reminds him that it all started with him taking out Chewy. Tommy says that he's been thinking that, they should make the move with King Kilo and the coalition. He says his only one condition is that they supply the drugs. Diamond said that he'll make the call and let him know when it's done. So Kate is going crazy because she can't get a hold of DMAC. Tommy tells her, you need to get used to that because he's going and he ain't never coming back.
Sorry, not to cut you off. So question, does JP know that he DMAC is actually being hidden, or does he believe Tommy had to take DMAC out?
No, no. I think that's another reason why
I definitely think he knows.
Yeah, that's another reason why I didn't think that Tommy took him out, because you're gonna let him just off your son.
Yeah.
No, that's another reason why I didn't believe that, you know what I'm saying, Tommy actually offed him. But basically Tommy tells her, yeah, get used to it. He's gonna end up coming back. He said that, he disobeyed me and you helped him do it. So she flips. She tells Tommy and JP that they're animals. She can't believe she raised such animals. JP said, boo, you ain't raised us, animals or not. Okay. So Kate said she's gonna that she's not gonna let this pass. And basically Tommy tells her, you ain't gonna do nothing. Okay, or else I'm gonna have to do something else I really don't want to do. So
do you think Tommy would off his mama?
I think it depends on what she do. But I don't think he would ever I don't think she would actually give him a reason
to. So plot twist. Vic is gonna be inside, be one of the inside men, I think is what giving Tommy and Diamond information on where the cops are in the investigation. I think he might be playing the cops. Okay, I can see that. I like that theory.
That's a hell of a plot twist.
That is a hell of a plot twist. And I would hope, because I think that he is a little bit smarter. He may not be the hardest of all the criminals, but I think he is a little bit smarter, that he knows that,
The only problem I could see that would cause is, even if Vic told them that, I made this deal with the cops and really I'm helping you guys, I think they're never going to fully trust him just because he's going back to the cops.
That's true, because we see how Tommy is just overly paranoid about anybody that talks, looks at the cops. He's just not here for it. So yeah, Jannard pulls up to the hospice and Diamond lets him know that, Daddy is gone. Okay. Jannard is so upset. When he asks what his father said, he tells him all these great things that he did not say. It was a whole lie. It was a whole X lie.
You know what I just thought about? I'm sorry, cut you off.
No, okay.
I wonder if the reason why he showed up and then left is because he was either high or wanted to get high. And Jannard was there and he didn't want Jannard to see him. Maybe he was already high. Was that
I would think he was already high, because that was...
And Jannard would notice. And maybe his dad would notice. So I don't know. They didn't really give clarity on why. So yeah, I wonder if that's the because I'm like, why'd you show up so late, so much later? But my fault. Go ahead.
Nah, that makes sense. I mean, I was it from what they made it seem like. Diamond is the one that doesn't really have a relationship with their dad, and it seems like Jannard was at least decent with him. So I would expect him to be the one that was there more
Mm-hmm.
than anybody. So I wish they would have went deeper, but again, it was so many other people that should have been gone out this episode. I really didn't care about hearing about Big Sid, being real with y'all. But I mean, at least we know that they got a daddy, and or they did have one, you know. So now basically he tells him a whole bunch of lies, but I guess he was trying to tell him that, make him feel good, you know, boost his self-esteem. That's what he's supposed to do as a brother. So Jannard asks, you know, what are we doing? We need to be better. You know, he wants to heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the human race. And so, you know, they're like, yeah, what we're doing is not right. And so Diamond offers him a chance to come back to CBI. And, you know, of course, Jannard, because he's so desperate and need help because everybody got a target on his back, that of course he's going to sign up to come back in his brother's good graces. And I think that as Jeremiah pointed to, it was either Jeremiah, might have been Blatant True, but one of y'all said something about, yeah, I think this is now going to change the dynamic between Tommy and what's the boy? Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
But and then of course Kate is this was so terrible to me. So we see Kate, she's obviously upset about D-Mac. She's known him for all of a week, but you know, this has changed the whole trajectory of her life. Because again, she's
She's
trying
just
to
feeling like a
overcome
mother, Grace. She's never felt that way before.
because she's always been high. So then yeah, of course we see Kate do what we know Kate to do. And what Oh, she said my predictions were wrong. Kate and Paulie's son. What? Okay, girl, we gotta get into that. Hold on. And basically, Kate decides that she finds a little baggie, and so we see Kate is back on that stuff. And again, I mean, I understand it was her grandson, but like I said, she known him for all of a week. I just don't think it was that deep. If you've been dealing this sober life, and it took you this long, letting this throw you off. But I get it. It might have been a trigger. I get it. Whatever. My predictions were wrong. Kate and Paulie's. Okay, please explain that Blatant Truth. I want to know what you're talking about. Kate and Paulie's son. But and then we see Big Smurf. He let D-Mac. They had him in the van. They let him off in the middle of nowhere on some farm. That's exactly.
I thought it was like a boarding school or something. It looked like maybe it was a boarding school, but it has like a
I
farm,
guess it was that.
right?
Yeah, it was like an academy.
Initially, I thought it was initially I thought it was like a farm, but then they were like walking into some building that I thought like was maybe like a boarding school or something.
So basically, they give D-Mac the phone, and Tommy's on the other end. He lets him know he's going to stay there until he says that he can come back. And basically, don't think about coming home because that's not an option. And if you do, clearly you see what happens when you don't listen to me. So let's not make this situation worse. And basically lets him know he has eyes on him. So try me if you want to. I said Kate was sick, and that's why she was getting sober, but apparently it was all because of D-Mac. Yeah. So, and I guess because Tommy ain't never.
I remember the Paulie's son prediction. But I mean, we don't know if that's not wrong yet. We just ain't seen it.
Again, I actually thought when Jannard was getting hot in that car, I thought
you want to join in?
Took him out.
You said what?
You're so funny. But I actually thought when Jannard was getting high in that car, I thought that was going to be the lethal product that took him out.
Wouldn't that have been crazy if that was Paulie's son? Just randomly, some way, somehow, that could have been Paulie's
son.
Oh,
the white boy?
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Look at you over here. Sounded like Jeremiah.
They always make people connect somehow.
I thought Paulie's son would get a hold of the bad pills on the street, but now it does not matter if Paulie's gone. That's a great point. Well, I don't know, because maybe
he come back looking for his daddy. Maybe
maybe he'll come back to avenge his death. Like maybe that'll make him clean, like Kate. for all of a week. You know what I'm saying?
Jeez,
Just saying.
all of a week. Um, so Vic went to see Stacy and said that he's ready to talk to her alone. So as soon as he gets there, she gets all these text messages talking about, what happened at the Flynn estate. And he tells her, yeah, I barely escaped with my life. My own sister tried to unalive me, and says that, he wants full immunity and he'll give up his sister. She's the brains behind everything and she betrayed him. So she said, okay, for full immunity, yeah, you can give up your sister. But I want you to infiltrate CBI. Give me everything that you have on Tommy. And he said, okay. And that was that. Let me tell you something, Mr. Flynn. Okay, Crown Vic. You best leave my man alone. You best leave my man alone.
I mean, I do think. Do we think prediction? Let's drop our predictions in the chat. Do you think that Vic is going to make it to the end of this season alive? What, we got like 5 more episodes. That's usually, normally it's about 10. So do we think he's gonna make it through the next 5 episodes, or will he end
I
up?
think I think so.
So well, look. So there you
I
go,
think
Blake.
I think I
Then you
think
gonna
Claudia might.
with a
I think
Flynn.
Claudia I think Claudia might not, but I think Vic might.
Can I just tell y'all this is what I would like to see, stars. If you Jeremiah, if you
Jeremiah, I was gonna say Jeremiah.
if you're listening, I would absolutely at this point like to see Jannard gone in the next 5 episodes. I'd like to see Claudia gone in the next 5 episodes. And Vic's not bad on the eyes. You can keep him. You can leave him. He doesn't really matter to me. But I don't know how long he should be here though, because he doesn't give me. He's not his dad. There was a reason why he wasn't running things when his daddy was alive. I'm sorry. It's just, it kind of is what it is. Maybe he'll become a different person, but when he was sitting there talking to Stacy and was like, "I just want to go off the grid," and da da da, I was really believing him. I really believe soft ass Vic wants to do that shit. He wants to be in witness protection and start a whole new. I absolutely believe that. So I don't think he has the heart to really be in this game like that. Maybe I'm wrong. Y'all jump in the chat. Let me know what you think. But yeah, and I'm mad that they didn't have no previews for next episode. Did I miss it? Because I didn't see anything.
I don't think I saw anything either. But
I
I
don't
also
know.
I also didn't run it all the way through.
Oh no, I waited and I watched it all the way through and I didn't see anything. So,
Mm.
but yeah, y'all. It was a good episode. Definitely one of the
Yeah, it
best
was.
episodes of the season. It had me the whole time, and it
My
didn't even
Uncle
seem
Paulie
long.
is
I was just
gone.
sitting there trying to keep. I am sad Paulie's gone. Again,
That's
rest in
Unc.
peace,
That's
Paulie.
Unc for real. That's Uncle Paulie for real.
You said Uncle Paulie for real.
For
Yeah,
real.
you keep him in
R.I.P.
our
Uncle Paulie.
poor little lookout for him. But yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for
Yes,
tuning in and
thank
always
you.
being here every
We
week.
love you guys.
Our faithful Shade Squad.
Oh my God.
What did she say?
Please,
Um,
Miss
I don't disagree. I don't
Shirley.
disagree.
Y'all are horrible.
I don't
Oh my
disagree.
God.
Look, however we got to do it, but I'm with blatant truth. I would be really okay if we walk into season 3 with no, and
No plan.
shout out to all the writers, because thank God they're coming back, which means we're getting back our seasons of power and force, and nobody's on strike anymore. So that makes me very happy, because I was a little concerned. I was like, what we gonna do if season 3 don't come back? What we gonna do if power don't come back home? But anyway, no. So we appreciate y'all support.
But do Raising Canaan or do
No,
BMF?
because if the writers were gone, they wouldn't be working on them either. That's what I'm saying.
They
No new
they, they
season.
could have already recorded it just like they did this one.
Stupid. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for your support. If you
Yes,
haven't
thank
already,
you.
please make sure that you've hit that like button,
You comment
you subscribe,
and hit the notification bell.
And make sure you're following us on all the platforms, the TikTok, the Twitter, the Facebook, and the IG. And as Nell said, yes, please make sure you hit the notification bell, especially for our replay game, so you know when we're going live. And yes, we'll probably catch y'all tomorrow for another live review of the love after the lockup, and the foolishness that is that show. But yeah, so we love you guys. Thank you so much, and have a great and blessed and wonderful week. Make it a great one. Bye bye.
Good night.